Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Pat Carosa Buffalo Bills podcast. This is me, Pat Carosa, and I'm going to talk to you about the Bills' loss to the New York Jets today in a very disappointing fashion. But before you do that, please like, comment, and subscribe so that you can get awesome Bills content throughout the year. So, if you do that, that would be great. So let's get into it. The Bills lost today to the New York Jets, only their second loss of the season, and it was their worst loss of the season for the Bills. Certainly, it was certainly Josh Allen's worst game of the season. He just seems so indecisive right now. He had two bad interceptions today. Two really inexcusable interceptions. The first one was really just a bad look, bad pass. He didn't see the defender and it got picked off. He needed to lob it over that defender or even push it toward the sideline. He didn't do that and it was picked off. His second interception, I believe, was a miscommunication with with Gabe Davis. And and for the last 6 quarters, I would say Josh Allen just hasn't been his best, and the Bills need him at his best. And if they don't have Josh Allen at his best, the Bills won't win. And they that Josh Allen does go through these slumps. We have seen it over the last couple of years that Josh Allen will go in these mid-season slumps and he eventually gets over them. But at the same time, these slumps do cost the Bills, and could cost them this year as well. Yes, they're 6-2, really good record, but those two losses are against the Dolphins and the Jets, division opponents. So now they're 0-2 in the division. Luckily, all of their division games at home are at home in December, so the Bills can get those back. But for the most part, yeah, Josh Allen just had a really bad game. He was overthrowing receivers. He almost had Stephon Diggs open, but the defender made a good play on the ball. Hats off to the Jets defense. They played a whale of a game. They really did. I mean, they were as advertised. I mean, they got pressure on Josh Allen, made him have some indecisive throws, and really they really won the game for the Jets. So hats off to them. But the Bills and the receivers, they just seem since the bye week out of sync. I truly believe they miss, especially in this game, a Cole Beasley type of connection. Gabe Davis is just not making the plays that he made a couple games ago against the Chiefs, against the Steelers, and he needs to step up as well. Stephon Diggs is great, but it can't be just Stephon Diggs. The Bills just missed that third receiver who needs to get to the ball a little bit more. And yes, Rocco, yeah, maybe we do need Odell Beckham Jr. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I think he's always a good receiver. He's great, and the Bills do need that type of receiver right now. But do I expect the Bills to go into this slump? No, they really don't go into big slumps with Sean McDermott, which is great. But at the same time, they need to get these offense of woos worked out in quick order. And I think they will, but they do need to get worked out. Even the play calling was a little suspect. I thought they could have passed a little bit more. The offensive line didn't have a good game as they didn't block too well. But even when Josh Allen had time, he was just missing receivers. He was just off today. I mean, there's some you don't have a lot of good games, and this is one of the game that Josh Allen just had a bad game. We all have them, and every player has them, and it stinks that it happened against the Jets. So offensively, the Bills have a lot to work on. They need to feature Dawson Knox more, and they need to feature their receivers a lot more. They need to step up a little bit more. I do like what I saw from James Cook though today. I thought he had a really good game, especially in the first half. They just need to keep on doing it, keep on giving him the ball. I do like what saw from James Cook. He looks good. He looks explosive. I do like it. And then defensively, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't a terrible day. But their running defense is starting to get exposed. Part of that is Matt Milano being out. Tyler Bedford looked like a rookie today, so that didn't work out too well. And then Jaquan Johnson should stay as a backup. Hopefully, Jordan Poyer is back next week. But yeah, he just didn't look good. The Bills' defense just did not step up. I mean, Von Miller did make a great play on that fumble, and you would think they would that's where the game turned around. But Josh Allen made a really poor play. So, I just think that, that's where the Bills, need to improve on. Their run defense, the last 6 quarters have not looked great. And who's coming up next? The Bills and the Vikings, two great teams, but they have Devin Cook waiting in the wings. So that's not a good sign. That's James Cook's brother, and he's good. So yeah, so we'll see. We'll see where the run defense is at. Hopefully they get that fixed because the last couple of games they've had over 100 yards rushing against them. And the pass rush just didn't get home. They had some pass rush, but they just didn't get home. Injuries are still impacting this defense, and hopefully Trey White will be back next week. We'll see. But even then, he'll be just he'll be on the field for just a little bit. So we'll see where that goes. Really, we will. And but yeah, the Bills' defense needs to be better. Their pass rush needs to be more consistent. They weren't today. The Jets got the ball out really quickly. That was their game plan. Good game plan, but I think the big topic of conversation is their run defense and how that needs to get better because the Jets were just gashing them for 10-yard gains after 10-yard gains. There were some defenders who just weren't filling those gaps, and even in their linebacking core. And I don't know, the Bills just need to get better in that scenario to be successful this season and into the second half of the season. So overall, it was a really disappointing effort. This is the game that you should have won, that you need to win because right now the Bills are locked up in a division race. Three out of the four teams in the AFC East have 6 wins. The Bills are still in first place in the AFC East and in the AFC, which with a 6-2 record, but at the same time, they didn't help themselves with an 0-2 record. So we will see. We will see what goes on. There were some injuries. Josh Allen, we need to take a look at that. I think he's fine, but he did get his hand hit a little bit toward the end. So we will see. We will see how the Bills do, and hopefully they bounce back next week at home. Their next 2 games are at home against the Browns and the Vikings, vice versa, Vikings Browns. So we'll see. But until then, please like, comment, and subscribe. That'd be great. And yeah, go Bills, and have a good day.